Hey guys, today we're taking a look at something pretty special, pretty exciting, and something that wasn't easy to get my hands on. Until it was? Well, let me explain. So this release that you're looking at right now was originally an event exclusive only to the one-day Dragon Ball Genki Dama Matsuri event held in Japan to celebrate 40 years of the greatest anime manga ever. To get tickets to this event, you had to enter a lottery, which everyone I knew failed multiple times. You got 3 chances, but even after winning tickets to the event, you had to enter a lottery again to participate in live stage events and entrance into specific booths like the merchandise booth where this guy was. I was extremely lucky to get a ticket on my second try and even luckier to get an entrance ticket to the merchandise booth. So even though this release will be made available for pre-order on Premium Bandai Japan and available to purchase during Tamashi's Dragon Ball US Tour event starting next month, I still feel like Charlie Bucket when he opened up that Wonka bar and found that golden ticket glimmering right back at him. I'll have a Genki Dama recap video up this week as well if you're interested in seeing how the event was. But for now, let's take a look at the S.H.FIGUARTS Super Saiyan Son Goku Super Saiyan Son Goku Genki Dama Matsuri edition. Alright, first things first, let's see how he stacks up against some of the other figures from the S.H.FIGUARTS Dragon Ball line. We have the Namek Arc Vegeta and Full Power Frieza on the left, and on the right we have the Namek Saga Saiyan Armor Krillin and Gohan. So if you think you've seen this figure before, it's because you have. This is basically the fantastic legendary Super Saiyan Goku figure we got a couple of years back, fully repainted and retooled to match the Dragon Ball Z Viz Big Edition Volume 4 red, black and white manga colors. But if you're going to do a repaint retool, then this is the way to do it. I'm sure you've all seen it by now, but this figure is just a work of art. You have sculpted battle damage, scuffs, scars, everywhere, even blood. They've ripped the first appearance, final battle Super Saiyan Goku right out of the manga pages and translated it into a stunning piece of articulated plastic perfection. The sculpt from the neck down utilizes the legendary Super Saiyan body, but when you throw all of this beautiful paintwork and give it a nice dark wash to bring out those details even further, you've got one heck of a display piece. I absolutely love the original legendary Super Saiyan release, but when you compare the two side by side, the difference in deco is night and day. I guess it kind of makes the OG release look a little bland now in comparison. I talked about retooling, and this Goku comes with 3 interchangeable head sculpts in manga white. 2 of the 3 head sculpts are completely new and draw its inspiration from Toriyama's original artwork. The standard Super Saiyan hairpiece is a perfect representation of the shape and less detailed art style from the manga. We also get a hairpiece blowing in the wind, again taken straight from the manga panels, and accessory collectors have wanted for years. The last head sculpt we get with this set is an all-out, fully charged up piece we've seen before with the original legendary Super Saiyan release in manga white. With these new head sculpts we also get 3 completely new faceplates, again inspired by the original manga. We get 4 options: an exhausted, battered and bruised Goku, a face with his eyes looking off to the side, another with his eyes staring down at a defeated Frieza. The deco is superb and the printing of all those details is on point. The 4th screaming faceplate is borrowed from the legendary Super Saiyan, but the new liquid paint and battle damage details just breathes new life into a familiar face, pun intended. Also, just in case you were wondering, yes, the faceplates are interchangeable between this release and the legendary Super Saiyan head sculpts, and vice versa, which honestly makes me want these new heads in yellow. It's just so much more accurate to the manga, and I love the Toriyama art style these sculpts give the figure. The beautiful matte, and I mean very matte finish, is the cherry on top and just makes the figure look and feel premium, like a premium release should. Alright guys, let's take a look at the articulation. So if you have this figure, then you're gonna know what to expect because both of these figures share the exact same body. But if this is your first rodeo, then saddle up for some good articulation because this figure has a lot of it. So starting with Goku's head, you can look up this much, looks down, we have left and right head tilt, and side to side rotation. The arms move way past 90 degrees, which is great. You have 360 rotation there at the shoulder. Very good butterfly joints, which bring your arms all the way into his chest for those natural looking Kamehameha poses. But you don't get as much range going back because of the way the back is sculpted there. Look at those muscles. You have a bicep swivel, double elbows, a swivel and hinge at the wrist. So for the torso articulation, Goku crunches forward a decent amount, and he does arch back. You have side to side tilt. The belt here does get in the way a little bit. There is a lot going on there, but you also have a swivel at the upper waist and also a swivel at the lower waist as well. The battle damage clothing and the belt piece here are soft rubbery pieces, and they do move out of the way and swivel around. For the legs, Goku does kick forward past 90 degrees, which is great. Because of the way the butt is sculpted here, he doesn't kick back all too much, if anything at all. But you do get some pretty good, actually very good spread there. There is a thigh swivel, double knees. There is no boot cut, but you do have a swivel there at the ankle. The feet do go down. The feet do go up. You do have a toe hinge and some very good ankle pivot. So all in all, great articulation. Again, if you do have this figure, then you'll know that you can get this Goku into some really nice, really dynamic poses. But this figure also feels really nice. Some of the joints are a little bit tight, so I will have to get in there with some hobby oil just to get rid of those squeaks. But you know, I'd rather have a tight figure than a tight figure. I'd rather have a firm feeling figure than a loose feeling figure. The quality so far is really good. It just feels really nice in hand, and it's not just the matte finish, but everything feels, you know, top notch in terms of, you know, posing the figure around, the way that the joints move. Everything feels nice and firm and tight. So yeah. Goku comes pretty stacked with accessories. Along with 3 head sculpts and 4 faceplates, you get all your necessary hands, beautifully washed over with the same attention to detail as the rest of the figure. Just look at these mitts. First up, we get some fists for laying a good old smackdown on Frieza. There's a pair of Goku style fighting hands, great for those squaring off action poses. We get a couple of generic blast hands for all those rapid fire ki blasts. There's what I like to call a set of charging Kamehameha hands, but you also get a pair of blasting or releasing Kamehameha hands. We don't get a Kamehameha effect with this release, but we do get a manga speech bubble that reads in Japanese. The little speech bubble is a plastic printout and attaches via a thin clear wire that plugs into the claw of the display stand. And to complete the look, we get a 40th anniversary base and stand to prop up Goku and look handsome on your display shelf. So like the 40th anniversary Kid Goku release was for every Dragon Ball fan out there, this manga inspired Goku is for every Dragon Ball Z fan out there. It really is a stunning piece that I think everyone who loves Dragon Ball Z should try to get their hands on. I spent 3 hours in line waiting to purchase this guy at the event, but I can tell you it was well worth the sore legs and probably bladder damage from resisting the restroom. I also want to apologize to everyone I wanted to get a copy for as well. Unfortunately, as expected, this was only one per person. There really isn't anything not to love about this figure except the distribution, but with the availability on Premium Bandai Japan and the US tour event, this will definitely be a lot easier to attain. I know there are still a lot of countries and areas that won't be able to get this initially, but I'd say be patient, and with any luck it'll be made more available, just like last year's 40th anniversary Kid Goku at future events and pop-up stores. Alright guys, I've said what I wanted to say about this release. This is a definite must for any Dragon Ball Z collection, and it is easily one of, if not my favorite release in my collection to date. The only problem now is that he doesn't really go with any other figure because of his colorway, so I hope we get more manga inspired releases in the future. And that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. There's still plenty more to come. My next review will probably be the S.H.FIGUARTS Casca from the Berserk line, so I'll see you back for that. Keep doing those push-ups, pull-ups. I slacked off today, but I'll be on it tomorrow. And as always, yoroshiku.